Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe with JSC Baseball Collector coming back at you with another Throwback Thursday video. Tonight I've got the March 2021 BaseballCardPedia Set of the Month. This is Skybox Limited Edition from 2004. This is a Fleer product, as you can see right there, which are no longer made, obviously. But this was actually pretty tough to find. I will admit I paid a little more for this than I would have liked to, but this was literally the only box I could find anywhere on the internet. I don't think it was a particularly common set back in 04 even. There's probably barely any of this left out there that hasn't been ripped open. So this is a 24 pack box. There's 5 cards per pack. I believe it's kind of like a chrome type of set. I'm not entirely sure what the hits will look like in something like this. I didn't do enough research as I should have, but there are the odds. They're not great. I think that, you may luck up and hit a relic in here. I think that there are a number of prospect cards in this product that are, I believe, serial numbered or short printed. As you can see back then, these are retail packs. These were $2 a pack. Back in the day, I definitely paid quite a premium, unfortunately, but wanted to be able to put this video out. This is something I've been doing for about a year with the BaseballCardPedia sets, and, just something fun to do. So here we go. So they're not chrome finish cards, but they are, a limited edition set, as the name implies. So let's get started. You got Preston Wilson, Scott Podsednik, and these are definitely a little bit of a blast from the past for me. Mark Teixeira. This is a Fleer advertisement. You got an Ichiro there, and then a Pat Burrell. So I don't expect anything particularly high-end to come out of here. Maybe luck up and hit some sort of numbered parallel, maybe get some sort of relic, but I don't expect any ink or anything like that. You got a Jody Garrett, Jeff Bagwell, shout out to LSU Maniac, Mike Piazza, another one of those ads, Vernon Wells, and Bartolo Colon, the owner of the greatest home run perhaps ever hit in MLB history. Randy Johnson, Lance Berkman. There's David Ortiz looking big in that picture. Ryan Wagner, and a Mike Lowell. So as you can see, it's mostly, kind of common veterans at the time. So this was 04, so most of these guys are veterans. I think, like I said, all the rookies and prospects in this set were short printed. So you really have to look up and hit one of those. Here's Curt Schilling. Actually, it says Red Sox. He's in his D-backs uniforms. This must have been shortly after the trade. You had Hank Blaylock. He was a big deal back then. Javi Vasquez. I have nightmares about that guy when he was a Yankee. Gary Sheffield, someone who I think should get more looks for the Hall of Fame. We'll see what happens in the future. And then Tom Glavine Bunting. Yeah, I think Sheffield, he's a 500 homer guy. Crazy bat speed, incredible arm. Maybe he was kind of caught up with the PEDs a little bit, but I think he's a guy who should get some more Hall of Fame consideration. Maybe the Veterans Committee will let him in someday. There's a Derek Jeter right on the top, so very nice. We'll stand him up just since he's a PC guy of mine. We got Kerry Wood, Roy Oswalt. Oh, there you go. There's a relic, a die-cut relic, game-worn jersey of Nomar Garciaparra. So I think we slightly beat the odds. I don't think that was guaranteed in the pack. Not the shortstop from the era that I would have liked. I think a Jeter would have been a little nicer, but, can't complain. A early career Miguel Cabrera, look how skinny he was back then. And then a Torrey Hunter. So yeah, I will say I'm not overly impressed thus far with this set. Maybe a little bit, definitely more than a little bit, definitely a little bit of an overpay for me on this one. And there we go, a Preston Wilson League Leaders. So this is the first insert set. This is a League Leaders of Preston Wilson. So I think these were not short printed. Not short printed or numbered or anything like that, but not particularly common. So too bad it was Preston Wilson, not a better name. Edgar Martinez and a Troy Glaus. But yeah, like I was saying, not super impressed with this set this month. You know, wish it was a little bit more common, easier to find. Could have got it for a better price, but, you know, still happy to bust this out here on the channel. We got a Miguel Tejada. There's Barry Larkin. Shout out to Professor Collector. Eric Gagne and Luis Gonzalez, who another guy I have nightmares about, not because he played for the Yankees, but because of that little bloop single, the 2001 World Series off of Mariano Rivera in the 9th to win the series for the D-backs. Pedro, we got Todd Helton. There's a Kerry Wood insert, Sky's the Limit, this one is called, Sky's the Limit. Kerry Wood insert, so another little insert there, not particularly common. Carlos Delgado, and then an A-Rod with the Rangers, very nice. I'm gonna take that, Preston Wilson. All right, let's get to ripping. We got a Pudge, Josh Beckett, pretty early in his career. 3 years into his career, so I think his rookie year was 2001. There's a Craig Biggio, Eric Chavez, and then a Manny being Manny. I don't remember how large this set is. I had 5 cards a pack, 24 packs with fairly rare inserts. Let's look on the back here. You know, you may be able to put this whole set together, quite frankly. You know, but it's not something I would suggest necessarily, but there's also not really anyone in these. There's not really any of these boxes out there. This is an early Jose Reyes, second year. But I was never a huge Fleer collector as a kid. You know, I forget when they went out of business. I obviously wasn't collecting when they finally did. There's a nice Jorge Posada for the PC, and then a nice Hideki Matsui for the PC. I think 04, 03 or 04 was Matsui's rookie year. Yeah, 2003 he won this highest single season. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so this was a second year card for Matsui. Would have been pretty cool to pull a Matsui rookie, but second year there. Hideo Nomo and he Scott Rowland late in his career. What is that? Who kind of jersey is that he has on? Cardinals. It must be a throwback jersey because that one looks awfully weird. Doesn't look like a normal Cards jersey. So, but yeah, I wasn't the biggest Fleer collector. I mean, I stockpiled as many of those 89 Griffey Fleers as I could, but otherwise Fleer wasn't, you know, not a set that really impressed me. I was always more Tops, big on Upper Deck. You know, I think everyone loved Upper Deck as a kid. That was kind of more the high end ones, at least, you know, when I was a kid back in the 90s, early 2000s. And then, you know, obviously Fleer went out of business like so many of the other companies before Panini came along. Topps is really the only one that's been sticking around. Seeing some duplicates here now. Melvin Mora, Pat Burrell again, and then a Vernon Wells. Let's see if we can pull any more of these inserts. Hesop Choi, I remember this guy. You know, he never quite lived up to the potential, but he was supposed to be a big power-hitting first baseman. This was back when he was with the Marlins. But, you know, he never quite lived up to it, I don't think. Orlando Cabrera. Here's another one of these inserts. Sky's the Limit. That's an Andrew Jones. Another Bartolo, and then CC Sabathia. Very nice. I like CC a lot. So I'm going to be posting this on the 18th, March 18th. I think it's exactly 1 month after the last time I did one of these videos, actually, of the BaseballCardPedia set. And this will mark exactly 1 year since I've been doing this. So I started doing kind of pickups or boxes or whatever of the BaseballCardPedia set of the month in April of 2020. And, you know, of course, my luck, I choose to start, you know, doing this little tradition. There's a nice, cool throwback jersey on how Burrell looks like. That's the KC Monarchs. That's a Negro League team. That's a really cool one. And here we got a Jason Schmidt League Leaders, another insert. Marlon Byrd, and then Javi Lopez. So, yeah, like I said, of course, my luck, I start doing this little monthly tradition right when card prices decide to go absolutely crazy and start going through the roof and all that. But still, nonetheless, you know, it's, you know, something I enjoy doing. So, you know, definitely don't mind. But yeah, like I said, you know, this is going to mark a year of me doing this. So at some point, you know, probably in the next few weeks, I'm thinking of putting a video together of, you know, kind of chronicling the year of me doing these breaks. So whether it's there's Austin Kearns, whether it's, you know, something I pulled out of a pack, Jay Gibbons, Demetri Young, or just this, a pickup I did because I couldn't always find a box of the stuff, or maybe the boxes were just way too expensive. That was the set. I'll do kind of some of the greatest hits from each month. Oh, and there's a Ken Griffey Jr. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. There's a Griff. Larry Walker, Sean Casey, Richie Sexton, and there's Andrew Jones. Shout out to Coach. So in a couple weeks, I'll put something like that together. You guys have seen some of the stuff I've pulled out of this already. The Ryan Sandberg auto from SPX I've featured on the channel a couple times. I picked up a bunch of stuff from 87. I think one of the sets was an 87 set. It was a little oddball, so I just decided to pick up a bunch of random 87 rookies. I've opened definitely some different stuff. We got some stuff from 93 Donruss. I think there's I may have a Piazza rated rookie in there. Like I think maybe a Chipper Jones rated rookie. There's some cool stuff I've picked up over the year. There's an Alfonso Soriano early in his career. There's Chipper, speaking of the devil, Garrett Anderson. So yeah, that's a video I'll be putting together at some point. Maybe there'll be some interesting stuff in there that you guys like. There's Sammy Sosa, Juan Pierre. There's another insert, that's Jose Reyes. Looks like it's another Sky's the Limit, so guy early in his career at that point. Aubrey Huff, guy can't really keep himself out of trouble on Twitter, I believe, if I'm thinking of the right guy. See if we can get lucky in these last two packs and pull one of those numbered parallels. The prospect cards, Marquise Grissom, Jock Jones, Roy Halladay. This guy was probably my favorite pitcher growing up. And throughout college, he's another guy who just died way too young in a plane crash. Seems like that happens all too often with a lot of these big athletes. But I loved Halladay. He killed me when being on Toronto and being a Yankees fan. But Halladay was one of my all-time favorites. I'm glad he got into the Hall. And then Brett Boone. So last pack here, and then we'll close this video out. We got a Greg Maddux on the top, Carl Crawford, Albert Pujols, the cover athlete of this set. We got a Darren Erstad, and then we close it out with a Reggie Sanders, another one of these guys. He's in a Pirates uniform, but it says Cardinals up at the top. So seems like a lot of guys in these sets in their old unis, but had since been traded. So just as a matter of a quick recap, we'll just show you some of those inserts again. We have the Sky's the Limit Jose Reyes, league leaders Jason Schmidt, Sky's the Limit Andrew Jones, league leaders Preston Wilson, and then the Sky's the Limit Kerry Wood. We had a Griffey and a Jeter for the PC, two of my primary PC guys. And then we actually pulled a hit out of the box. It's probably, and it's numbered to 299. So I didn't even notice that, which is pretty nice. I mean, there's probably a Red Sox fan out there, some big Nomar fans out there who might like that. So numbered to 299, Nomar Garciaparra die cut relic. So really not horrendous when you come to think of it, but a little disappointed in the box for the price. But like I said, this was just something a little fun that I like to do, a little monthly tradition for myself. We'll be coming back at you soon with another video, like I said, recapping my kind of first year of this little tradition. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there are any cards in here that you really liked. Though, like I said, it's not the most exciting set in the world. But if you're a Red Sox fan out there, let me know what you think of that Nomar. And maybe I'll send it your way. Because as a Yankee fan, I don't have much use for Nomar. So, all right, everybody. Thanks a lot for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed this little Throwback Thursday. And I will have a lot more content coming back at you soon. Thanks a lot. Take care.